We do not stand still and are developing for you, so we bring to your attention a new voice and a new story.
Preserves I prepared. One day, I aimed to surprise them by delivering the food without warning anyone. As I neared their house, I stopped dead in my tracks upon seeing Anna's strict orderliness. In this predictability, she found solace, a tranquil sanctuary where she could escape the turbulence of the outer world. Her apartment, filled with bookshelves adorned with literary classics and the aroma of freshly baked bread, mirrored her affection for harmony and organization. She lectured literature at the university, delving into the realms of Tolstoy and Dostoevsky, discovering answers to life's eternal riddles within their writings. Igor, her husband, was his polar opposite. An engineer, a man versed in exact sciences, he inhabited a realm of blueprints and computations. However, this contrast didn't separate them. Instead, it complemented them. Anna appreciated his dependability, problem-solving skills, and gentle concern. Igor conversely respected her knowledge, aesthetic sensibility, and joy in the ordinary. Every Sunday, Igor would travel to his parental village, a routine deeply interwoven into their lives. He helped with chores, mended fences, and tended the garden. Anna prepared him a bag filled with food, pickles, soup, meat patties, and pastries, knowing his parents cherished her culinary skills, finding joy in offering kindness to them. Afterward, Igor returned, weary yet content. He shared tales of his parents, village news, and weather updates with Anna. She listened, nodded, and asked questions. These Sunday outings served as a brief escape into another realm for both, a tranquil universe of quiet, peace, and basic gratifications. Lately, Anna noticed Igor seemed lost in thought. It wasn't that he neglected her, rather, his attention remained undiminished. He continued to deliver her coffee in the mornings, inquire about her day, and recite poetry before bedtime. Yet, there was a sense of melancholy in his gaze, an unvoiced concern. Frequently, he would gaze out the window as if anticipating someone or something. She assumed it was fatigue or tension from work. Igor was engrossed in a significant project, and she knew it sapped him. Trying to fill his life with solace and attentiveness, she hoped it would aid him in overcoming his hardships. One Saturday morning, Anna woke up with an uncommon impulse, a wish to surprise him. She decided to venture alone to his parents' home without prior notice. She yearned to witness them basking in the fresh air and escaping the city's chaos, while Igor was engrossed in work. She rose from bed, moved towards the kitchen, and opened the refrigerator. There were jars of pickles she had made the previous week. She removed them, arranged them on the table, and started packing a bag. She added apple pies, pilaf, and homemade sausage to it. Anna was aware that Igor's parents adored these particular treats. Their faces would light up with delight during her visits, complimenting her culinary skills and inquiring about her work. Anna pictured herself arriving, greeted by their surprised yet pleased expressions. She appreciated creating surprises, finding joy in others' happiness. She donned comfortable jeans and a warm coat, peered outside, noticing the sunshine but also the chill. A scarf seemed necessary. She collected the food bag, car keys, and stepped out. The old Neva was parked near the entrance. Anna opened the trunk and meticulously loaded the bag, ensuring nothing would be damaged. After securing everything, she climbed behind the wheel and started the engine. The Neva's engine sprang to life and it moved away. Anna navigated through the city before heading down the highway towards the village. She maintained a leisurely pace, savoring the scenic views. Fields, forests, rivers, all appeared tranquil and captivating to her. The drive to the village took approximately 2 hours. Anna flipped on the car radio and harmonized with the tunes. Joy and liberation filled her. En route, she envisioned surprising Igor's parents, visualizing their beaming smiles and words of approval for the meal. Memories of past conversations and shared laughter over Sunday meals resurfaced. In years past, these journeys seemed integral to their family life, serving as a cherished tradition that fortified intergenerational ties. She navigated the well-known road, appreciating the autumnal scenery. The trees donned golden attire, and sunlight danced through leaves onto the pavement, creating elaborate designs. Anna changed the radio station to soothing classical music to foster tranquility and serenity. She sensed this day would be significant, brimming with warmth and affection. Unaware of the turmoil of emotions ahead, she continued her journey. As the village neared, her heart quickened. She followed a dirt path leading to Igor's parents' residence. Despite not visiting for some time, she instantly identified the house. A quaint wooden cottage adorned with carved window frames and overflowing with vibrant flowers. Anna parked her car by the gate and exited, eager for their reunion. However, the sight that greeted her made her momentarily still. On the porch stood Igor with an unfamiliar woman, and in her arms was a young boy, not exceeding 5 years old. Igor was conversing with her, and she responded warmly. It wasn't just a casual meeting, it was something much deeper. The affection, warmth, and tenderness in their exchange were striking. Anna hadn't seen such expressions in Igor's eyes when he looked at her recently. She felt the ground beneath her giving way. Her head spun and her vision blurred. She attempted to move forward to address Igor, but she couldn't. Her voice was trapped in her throat. Paralyzed, she couldn't believe what she was witnessing. At that instant, the boy escaped from the woman's arms and dashed towards Igor. She encircled Igor's legs with her arms and spoke to him, gazing into his face. Igor stooped and reciprocated the embrace. He whispered something to the boy, playfully messing up his hair. At that instant, Anna perceived affection and kindness in Igor's gaze that she had never witnessed aimed at herself. Startled, Anna retreated a step. She understood this wasn't a casual encounter or temporary flirtation. This was Igor's concealed life, shrouded from her, a safeguarded secret, a woman, a child. These were his other family. Unable to witness any further, Anna hastened back to the vehicle. She slammed the door, ignited the engine, and left, her hands shaking, tears obscuring her view. She reversed direction and resumed driving, unsure of her destination or plan. She drove sightlessly, sobs flowing down her cheeks. A solitary question echoed in her mind. How could he? How could he do this to me? She felt betrayed, misled, and utterly devastated. Her convictions, her blissful life disintegrated in a heartbeat. She remembered their initial encounter, their wedding, their aspirations for the future. It seemed false now, a deception. She pondered when Igor had started living a dual life. Had she been so oblivious that she failed to notice anything? As the shock subsided, pain and anger surfaced. Anna felt wrath brewing within her. She contemplated returning to confront Igor and express her disdain for him. Yet, she was apprehensive, afraid of learning the truth, afraid that all her suspicions would be validated. Flashbacks filled her mind, incidents that once appeared insignificant, but now held new significance. His frequent visits to his parents, his late arrivals, his recent aloofness, they formed a single, dreadful, and agonizing image. Anna parked on the roadside and buried her face in her hands, sobbing uncontrollably, unable to restrain her emotions. Feeling as if her heart fragmented into countless shards with no hope of mending, she remained seated for an extended period until her tears ceased and her rage ebbed. The solitary query that surfaced was, what next? She recognized she couldn't brush it aside or feign ignorance. There was a need to unmask the truth, to comprehend the underpinnings of everything. With resolve, Anna ignited the engine and ventured back into the city. She made up her mind to keep composed, refrain from outbursts, and simply listen to Igor. Her intent was to fathom what had transpired before making any choices. The return journey felt interminable. Silent, Anna contemplated, ensnared in her thoughts. She endeavored to visualize their impending dialogue. What would Igor disclose? What would she say? Acknowledging it as the most challenging conversation of her life, Anna opted for an alternate strategy. Several days hence, she revisited the village. Rather than a wronged spouse, she posed as an acquaintance, an anthropologist studying an intriguing group known as family. She summoned her courage to devise a tale. She claimed interest in local architecture and ancient homes. It was absurd, but it served a purpose. This time, she didn't conceal herself. She parked alongside the road, took a deep breath, and ventured towards the house. Her heart thundered so loudly it seemed the entire street could hear it. At the gate stood Elena, the woman she'd spotted with Igor. "Anna," she murmured softly, trying to keep her voice even. "I've heard your home is quite fascinating." Elena scrutinized her closely. There was no hint of animosity or shock in her gaze, only quiet exhaustion. "Come in," she said, unlocking the gate. "I'm Elena." Anna provided a false name. Irina. They stepped into the house. It was tidy and minimalistic inside, emitting scents of freshly baked bread and infant formula. In one corner, a boy was playing. "This is Sasha," Elena introduced. Anna caught the boy's gaze with interest, yet kept her distance. Greeting her, Anna attempted to avoid seeming too intrusive. They sat at the kitchen table, and Elena proposed tea, which Anna accepted. In the ensuing quietness, as Elena poured hot water, Anna scrutinized her. Not remarkable in any way, merely an ordinary woman, visibly exhausted but warm-eyed. No seductress, no homewrecker, simply a mother. "Have you resided here for long?" Anna inquired to maintain the dialogue. "For a couple of years," Elena replied, "and Igor often visits." "How do you know that?" Elena placed the cups down. "Igor arrives every Sunday, assists with chores. He helps me and Sasha." A lump formed in Anna's throat upon hearing this. "I witnessed your interaction with him a few days ago." "He's my husband." Elena remained silent, regarding Anna with a peculiar comprehension. "Ah," she said at last. "Igor never mentioned it?" Silence followed. The only sound was the clock ticking on the wall. Anna found herself facing a question whose answer could shape her future. She inquired, breaking the silence. "Why hadn't he informed me?" "You should ask him," Elena answered. "I believe he was terrified, scared of losing you." "As for yourself, do you still harbor feelings for him?" Elena gave a melancholic smile. "I once loved him deeply, but that was in the past. Now we merely share parental duties for Sasha, nothing more. Igor appears as a father, a friend, but no longer as a romantic interest. Nothing exists between us anymore." Anna hesitated about her belief, yet Elena's sincere tone dispelled any doubts. "And he cherishes Sasha above all else," Elena emphasized, gazing at their son. "He's an exceptional father, always attentive and supportive. Sasha idolizes him." Looking at the boy playing with his toy car, Anna felt him meet her gaze. There was only inquisitiveness in his eyes, no hint of fear or hostility. Anna gave him a smile, which he reciprocated shyly. She questioned, "And is Igor content?" Looking elsewhere. Elena sighed. "I'm uncertain. It's challenging for him. He's caught between two worlds. He yearns for honesty, but can't find the courage. He fears hurting you, losing Sasha." "And what about me? Doesn't he consider how much this pains me?" "Yes, he does, but he hoped you would never discover his ability to keep this secret." "Gullible," Anna murmured. "Perhaps, but not out of malice. He was merely attempting to do right by everyone." Anna pondered. Is it right to deceive for years, to conceal the truth, to live a dual existence? "Is that justified, or is it mere cowardice?" she inquired, meeting Elena's gaze. "I tell you this because I see your distress, and because I want you to know the truth. Igor is a good man. He doesn't deserve contempt. He's merely lost. Aren't you afraid I'll take him from you?" Elena shook her head. "No, I trust you won't, and even if you did, I wouldn't detain him against his will. What matters most is Sasha's happiness. Everything else will follow." Anna felt quiet. Could happiness stem from deceit? She wasn't certain, feeling two conflicting emotions within her, anger and comprehension, hurt and forgiveness. "Thank you," she said, standing up. "Thank you for the tea and the truth." Elena replied, "You're welcome. If you need someone to talk to, I'm always available." Anna left the house, yet the fresh air and bright sun outside couldn't lighten her troubled heart. She drove home, needing time to ponder her next move. At home, Igor was waiting. He sat on the couch with his head down. When he saw Anna, he rose up. "Where were you?" he asked. Anna gazed at him. His eyes showed fear and hope. "I was with Elena," she replied. Igor lost color, yet said nothing in denial. He spoke for a long while, hesitantly, as if seeking self-justification. Regarding Elena, her fleeting romance prior to Anna, Sasha's birth, Sasha's inability to leave his child, his feeling of responsibility, his fear to tell Anna for fear of losing her. This is what he confessed, head bowed. "He admitted he deceived you, Anya, but couldn't think of another way. He didn't want to hurt you," he insisted. "He never ceased loving you." Anna remained silent, scrutinizing him for the truth in his eyes. She saw remorse, pain, but also unyielding determination. He had made his decision, one that wasn't just about him. The night was quiet. They lay on opposite sides of the bed, a void separating them. Anna couldn't sleep. Her mind was filled with thoughts, fragments of words, memories. She remembered their life, their love, their aspirations for the future. It all appeared delicate now, unsubstantial. She didn't know what she felt: anger, pain, disappointment, or something deeper and more intricate. In the morning, Igor departed for work, leaving Anna solitary. She drifted around the apartment like a spirit. Everything seemed alien and unfamiliar. Even her cherished books on the shelves appeared deceptive and hypocritical. Standing by the window, she gazed at the world outside, which continued as usual. People were hurrying to work. Children were playing in the yard. Birds were chirping in the trees. However, her life had crumbled instantly. She recalled Elena's assertions about Igor being a good father, his care for Sasha, and their relationship being based on responsibility rather than love. Anna wasn't certain if she should trust Elena, but there was something genuine in Elena's tone and gaze that hinted at truthfulness. Anna knew she needed time to ponder, to decide her next step. She couldn't easily forgive Igor, nor could she abandon him. There were too many ties between them. Too much had been invested in their relationship. The following day, Anna informed Igor she needed to depart. Anna felt the necessity to isolate herself for introspection, and Igor respected her autonomy. Instead of visiting Igor's parents, Anna headed towards an old cottage she owned in another village. She spent numerous days there wandering through the woods, engrossed in reading, contemplating her life. Memories of their initial encounter, their marriage, their tranquil early years together resurfaced. All seemed so perfect, so serene, so unquestionably genuine. But a seed of doubt began to grow. Had everything been nothing more than an illusion? Could Igor have been leading a secret life for these past years? Anna struggled to accept it. Igor, in her mind, was a trustworthy, honorable man. How could he have caused such distress? Yet, she recalled Elena's remarks about Igor not wanting to harm her, about his fear of losing her, and about the sacrifices he made for Sasha. Gradually, Anna started to comprehend. She acknowledged that Igor hadn't strayed in a conventional manner. He wasn't seeking excitement outside their relationship. Instead, he was fulfilling his responsibilities as a father, but that didn't diminish the agony of his actions. Anna found herself confronting the betrayal, deceit, and concealed truth from Igor once more. Faced with a crucial decision, she contemplated leaving Igor to embark on a new journey, or forgiving him and moving forward as if nothing had transpired. Alternatively, she pondered trying to comprehend his actions, delving into the reasons that led him to make this choice, and understanding how he endured this burden throughout the years. She acknowledged the challenges ahead. She would need to conquer her pride, pain, and wounds. She would have to acknowledge Igor's imperfections, weaknesses, and secrets. However, if Anna truly sought to preserve their family and loved Igor genuinely, she knew it was a necessary step. One day, Anna awoke with a resolute determination. She was clear on her course of action. She gathered her belongings and returned to the city. Igor awaited her there. He sat on the couch, his head bowed. As Anna entered, he raised his eyes to meet hers. His gaze conveyed both pain and hope, which stirred sympathy within Anna's heart. Anna declared, "I know all and comprehend." Igor remained quiet, anticipating more. "I've made up my mind," Anna announced. "I'm remaining." Igor advanced to embrace her. Whispering, he expressed his gratitude. Anna withdrew slightly, saying, "I haven't forgotten. I haven't pardoned. We must labor to re-establish trust, learn to coexist differently." Igor acknowledged this with a nod. "I am prepared for any challenge," he pledged. Smiling, Anna added, "Then let us depart," she said, "to the village." Igor looked taken aback. "To Elena and Sasha?" he asked. "Indeed," Anna confirmed. "I wish to meet them." Pausing for a moment, Igor then agreed. "All right," he said. "Let's go." The next day, Anna and Igor journeyed to the village. A bag of freshly baked pastries for Elena and Sasha was tucked away in the trunk by Anna. She aimed to demonstrate that she bore no resentment, welcoming them into her life. As they neared Elena's residence, Anna grew apprehensive, uncertain of the reception or what to say. Elena stepped outside and greeted Anna with a smile. I anticipated your arrival, she stated. Sasha emerged and concealed himself behind Elena, studying Anna intently. This is Anna, Elena explained to Sasha. She's Igor's spouse. Sasha peeked from behind Elena, casting a glance at Anna. He then returned her smile. Hello, he uttered. Anna reciprocated the greeting. Hello, Sasha, she replied. I brought you a surprise. She retrieved the bag of pastries from the trunk and presented it to Elena. This is for your pleasure, she added. I hope you enjoy it. Elena accepted the gift and expressed her gratitude. Please come in, she invited. Let me prepare some tea. Anna, Igor, and Sasha entered the home. They gathered at the table over a pot of tea, chatting about various topics: weather, children, existence. Anna felt peculiar. While she was tense and ill at ease, she was also eager to connect with them. On one hand, she experienced a sensation of ease. She believed she was selecting the proper path. Remember to subscribe to my channel for additional narratives similar to this.